Hello and welcome to today's NinjaTrader Ecosystem webinar event with Raffi of Pinnacle Quant. My name is Tiffany and I am a platform representative at NinjaTrader. I would like to mention that it is important to understand that there are substantial risks in trading commodity future contracts and Forex. You should carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you and will depend on your specific circumstances and financial resources. It is also possible to lose all funds deposited with your broker and could even incur losses beyond these amounts. Please inquire at the link provided for more information or for a copy of the CFTC full risk disclosure. Also, please remember that these training webinars are not a solicitation, no recommendation, but simply educational in nature. This webinar is presented by NinjaTrader LLC, which is the technology company responsible for developing and supporting the NinjaTrader trading software. Brokerage-related questions should be directed to the NinjaTrader brokerage. With new tools added nearly every day, NinjaTrader Ecosystem is home to hundreds of apps and services. You can quickly and easily find the tools and services you're looking for with a simple keyword search. You'll also find information about upcoming webinars in an on-demand video archive to view event recordings at the link provided. For up-to-date information, be sure to like and follow NinjaTrader on all social media platforms. NinjaTrader is always free for advanced charting, strategy backtesting, and trade simulation. And if you're just getting started with NinjaTrader, we offer free live training on a daily basis. We are very excited for this unique event in which Raffi will demonstrate how the price action harvester automated uses current and past price action stats to place trades. Thank you again for your attendance today. And without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome to the NinjaTrader webinar room, Raffi. Please take it away, Raffi.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. I really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate your time. So I'm going to go and share my screen really quickly here. And we can get started. We have a lot of material to cover. And I'd like to get started as soon as possible. So this is, as Tiffany just said, about price action harvester automated, and particularly how we use price action, past price action probabilities to make a decision on trades. So just a bit of background about me before we get started. So I consider myself a techpreneur. I'm the founder of Register Everywhere Inc. and SOSPAS Inc., among other online ventures. I'm a computer, your typical computer geek. I've developed and architected software and websites in various languages. I am a CTA, launched Pinnacle Quant LLC in 2018 as a commodity trading advisor, registered the firm with the CFTC and became a member of the NFA. By the way, I did that as a money manager. I had a 0.35 fee, so it was 0% for management, 35% as a performance. I did that all the way through 2020 when I notified the NFA that I am no longer accepting commodity interest clients, meaning I am no longer accepting money management clients, and I advised them that I'm only going to be architecting and engineering and building trading systems as a third-party systems developer. So I'm the sole architect and engineer of Price Action Harvester Automated, and Market Volatility Harvester. Now, the last two, Price Action Harvester Automated and Market Volatility Harvester, are automated trading strategies. Market Volatility Harvester is a super aggressive trading system that's designed only for the spoos. We're not going to be discussing that today, but I wanted to mention that we are going to discuss Price Action Harvester, which is an indicator, as well as Price Action Harvester, which is an automated trading system. I'm currently focused, as I mentioned, exclusively on developing trading systems for my clients, which include smaller startup hedge funds and other CTA funds as well. So my trading experience, I traded since 2001. I've traded equities, options, and futures. My educational background, computer science major initially, switched to business administration, got my bachelor's degree from CSUN, and then I went on to get my MBA from Woodbury University. I'm licensed. I have a FINRA Series 3. I do feel blessed. I'm Michael and Mary's dad. Michael's 9, Mary's 6. I am Betty's husband. You know, I did wonderful marrying Betty. She did okay. She did okay. So I do have to read this disclaimer. Futures, foreign currency, and commodity trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. But YOLO! No, not when it comes to trading. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. The information provided is for informational and educational purposes only. And truly, I believe that this material that I've prepared is pretty unique. I doubt you're going to find it elsewhere. So I hope you guys stay tuned all the way to the end. This information is not a solicitation or recommendation to buy or sell any security, futures, or foreign exchange contracts. Any material covered in this presentation that does not include a source is not a statement of fact, but rather my opinion, Raffi Sosikian's opinion. So I also have to read the CFTC rules 4.41, and this is going to apply to a hypothetical backtest that I've run that I'm going to demonstrate on various instruments going back several years. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. They are designed with the benefit of hindsight, and no representation is being made that any account is, oops, let me go back, is likely to achieve similar profits or losses. Okay, I think we got that out of the way. All right, so let's jump right into some statistics right off the bat. So from all traders, nearly 40% quit within 1 month. Okay, nearly 40% quit within 1 month. Nearly 75% of traders quit within 2 years of trading. Where did I get that? That's a UC Berkeley study, exhaustive, very long study by several professors. Okay, nearly 70% of people surveyed had not heard of risk diversification. And that source is from GFLEC, which is a Washington, D.C. based firm. Okay, I'll explain why I mentioned these statistics in a minute here. Okay, they don't want to start with a downer, but it's just truth, you know. So most retail traders that become part of the stats, which I just mentioned, 40, 75, and 70, do so either because of unrealistic expectations and or lack of sufficient funds. Moreover, most have never been taught how to trade based on past price action stats. That's key. Okay. Conversely, most professional traders, particularly those that manage money for others, rely on stats, trading tools, and end-to-end data-driven software like the Bloomberg terminal, which costs approximately $24,000 a year. So why do I bring up these statistics? This 40%, let's call them 40%ers, 75%ers, and 70%ers. So I'll give you an example of the 40%ers, and forgive me, but I do have to opine as to why and how I think these percentages apply, because I do have several hundred clients. I've spoken to thousands of retail and industry side traders over the years. And I think, you know, my opinion on this is valid. But so from all traders, 40% quit. And here's an example. So a guy emailed me recently. He said, look, I'm going to be a dad soon. We've been trying for a few years and she's finally pregnant. I'm excited. I'm also very nervous. I need to make extra money. I don't think my income is sufficient. I want to make sure I provide for my family. So I want to, you know, put in $1,000. Okay. And I'm not looking for what these other YouTube videos were talking about. Like they were talking about $300 a day. No, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for just $100 a day. That's all I'm looking for, $100 a day. Do you think you can help me or your systems can help me? So let's just work that out. Okay. If somebody says, I've got $1,000 and I'm looking for $100 a day. All right. So what they mean is if we're trading 22 trading days out of the month, and we multiply that by 12 months out of the year, we're talking about $26,400. So he wants an ROI of a ridiculously high ROI from $1,000 to $26,400 in a year. I mean, if Warren Buffett found out about that, he'd like never sleep again. Okay, if that were true. Unfortunately, it's not, right? So what he says is basically, how can I do that? Well, the truth of the matter is, if a guy like that who's already nervous about losing this money, okay, let's say he somehow finds a way to pay for the software. He pays for the system. He's still got $1,000 somehow left. Okay. Let's assume the system takes 3 losses in a row. What's he likely to do? He's likely to shut off the system. Okay. He's going to get scared and he's going to get really, really mad when he finds out later on, if he runs back tests or live simulator tests to see what the system would have done if the system had potentially had 4 or 5 winning trades in a row, and he would have been back in black and then some. Okay. So my point here is, in my opinion, I don't feel that it's for everyone. Okay. For example, all of us that go to work, we're trading our time for money. And that's what we want out of society. We want to trade our time for money, or else nobody will go to work. Okay. So that's a benefit to society. But what I'm not comfortable with is when somebody trades their harmony for money. And that's what's going to happen in this situation, because this person is trading with money they simply cannot afford to lose. Okay. They don't have excess funds that they're trading with. They haven't really understood the purpose of day trading. The purpose of day trading is not to just supplemental income. That's not a purpose. The purpose of it is the realization that if your money is sitting in your savings account and doing nothing for you, okay, or earning quarter of a 1%, it's essentially losing money because of the rate of inflation. So you're actually losing money. Your purchasing power is decreasing at about 4 to 5% a year if our current inflation rates continue like this, okay? So it's actually rotting away. And what you're trying to do is day trade as part of an overall investment portfolio that you have, where in some of that you have equities, you have bonds, you have real estate, and then part of the aggressive side of your trading where you devote a percentage of your excess funds into day trading and try to seek some sort of alpha out of that, okay? You're trying to make some money that's going to keep you out of that negative territory if, you count inflation. So if you're looking at it as an income, really that we have, gigs that you can do. Like we have a gig society, right? You can go to Fiverr, you can go different places and do gigs, but the right person who's trading has excess funds. They have not they have not traded their harmony for money, okay? So that's important to me. I don't want somebody trading my systems who's going to do that, okay? That's just me. So who are these 75%ers? These 75%ers are, and by the way, guys, if you have any questions, I'm one person running this. So in some of these webinars, I know there's 2 people running it. So I'm going to try to I'm going to go through this material as fast as I can. And if there's any questions, I'm definitely going to spend some time at the end answering it. If I can't get to it, I promise I will get to it. You can email, you can even request a live one-on-one Zoom meeting with me. I'd be happy to spend time with you and answer any questions you may have. But I'd like to get through this as fast as and as soon as I can so that I can get all this out there in the time allotted for me by NinjaTrader, who's awesome, by the way. So 75% of traders quit within 2 years. Why do I bring them up? Because, okay, in my view, these are the people who essentially jump from one indicator to another, from one strategy to another, in the hopes that, okay, this one's going to work. Okay, no, this one's going to work. Now, they have funds, but they're essentially jumping from one indicator to the other without really understanding that doesn't, in many cases, give the trader an edge, okay? Because I mean, the software you're trading on comes with a bunch of wonderful indicators. They're free, they're included, okay? That means everyone has them. So I don't care if you're like the Jedi master of that indicator, you're like the greatest trader of that indicator in the world, everyone else has it too, okay? So that's not really an edge. In order for you to trade, you really have to have an edge. And in many cases, especially on the industry side, on the commercial side, that edge is based on what? On past price action, on probabilities, on historical performance. Okay, Jim Simmons, who's like the father of quant trading, has a famous saying about that. He basically says he was looking for historical price action data to figure out stuff in the market that wasn't random, that he doesn't deem to be random. Okay, anyway, and who are these 70%? Continuing with this slide here. Who are these 70%? Well, I started. Okay, so let me tell you guys. So when I was on Twitter, I used to chat a lot with Howard Lindzen. I don't know if you guys have heard of Howard, but he's the co-founder of StockTwits. Okay, in 2012, we started talking on Twitter. We met. He invited me to join StockTwits. I did. He was my first follower there in 2013. I remember looking at various different boards that they have on StockTwits, and one of them was UVXY. Okay, I recently saw the same guys who were posting, some of them, the same guys who were posting in 2013 when I first joined StockTwits recently. Okay, that means they've been sticking with UVXY this whole time. They have not diversified, at least that I can tell, from what they're trading. And there are a lot of people who essentially trade 1 or 2 or at the most 3 instruments. Okay, so in the futures world, in the commodities world, right, most people trade what? The SPOOs. By the way, I call it SPOOs. It's the E-mini S&P 500 futures. Okay, so when I say SPOOs, that's what I mean. Or the NQs, or the micro versions. Okay, that's pretty much what most people trade. Sometimes people deviate and they do like RTY, YM, right? But they're forgetting that there is a bunch of stuff that professionals are trading all over the place that may work out better for them, but they haven't even tried it. They haven't back tested it. They haven't looked at it. They haven't even considered it. Some may have not even heard of it. Okay, for example, you have copper. Futures you could trade. You could trade soybean oil, soybean meal, corn, wheat, silver. I mean, you could trade metals, oil, you can trade energy. There's a lot of things somebody can trade. And you can trade, by the way, all of that on NinjaTrader. Okay, so I mean, it's a wonderful world out there of various instruments that you can trade. And why would you even consider it? And I'm going to show you guys why in this webinar, because at the end of the day, there is such a thing as trading a particular instrument that typically, based on historical price action, does better on particular days. We'll get to that, okay? So I already read this, so let's go over that. So what is past price action? Well, if you're on an XY axis, so past price action is what happened to price in relatively recent history. Example, last 2 weeks on particular trading days during particular times. So you have the X and Y axis. I'm showing you day and time, okay? And what happened on Monday? What happened on Tuesday? So if we're going to study Monday, we're going to not look back just the last 12 weeks, which is the last quarter. We're going to be specific. We're going to be granular about this. We're going to look back the last 12 Mondays, not the last 12 weeks, and just assume that Monday trades the same way as Tuesday does, and Tuesday trades the same way as Wednesday does. That's simply not true from what I've been able to observe over the years, okay? So examples, stats with price action harvester. So to use price action harvester, the indicator, not the automated trading strategy, we need to use NinjaTrader's market analyzer, okay? This is an awesome tool that comes with NinjaTrader. Price Action Harvester comes with dozens of templates you can use and edit to potentially find the best days and times to trade. Literally, I have it broken down into 3 time zones, so PST, CST, EST, and all these templates come with Price Action Harvester, the indicator, so that you can plot them, you can edit them, you can analyze this to every which way you can think of, every time frame down to 5-minute increments, okay? So here's a SPOOS example from Monday, July 19th, 2021. So I wrote a blog about this, okay? This blog is not going to share any, live action, any price or anything like that. Let me just share my screen and find that blog with you really quickly here. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so here's the blog. I'm going to share it right now. All right. So forgive the giant text. I've zoomed in so I can show it to you guys, okay? So this is the chart. Plain chart. I have no indicators, no price, no trades on it. Okay. So on July 19th, the news media was shouting. The narrative was Delta variant fears. Delta variant fears. Okay. Anytime you turn it on CNBC, Bloomberg, you check out social media, you check out Twitter, Reuters, everybody's talking about like one topic, right? It's trending on Twitter. Okay. Well, that's the narrative of the day. All right. Now, some of these narratives, they're on a round robin system. If you've been trading long enough and paying attention long enough, I'm sure some of you guys in this room will testify to that, okay? They are just repeating, they're rinse and repeat. Higher taxes, China tariff, inflation fears, Delta variant, COVID fears. It's just a round robin, okay? As soon as they notice that price is moving down, there's a downward trend, fear. If they were to tell you, guys, don't worry about anything. Today's a wonderful day. Everything is smooth. There is no there. You can just enjoy your day. You'll turn off CNBC and go home. You wouldn't worry about CNBC, but that's not what they're after, right? So here's what they said. They're saying it's going down. Big time. It's going down. We're having a big time meltdown. But the truth is that guys who have committees at Citadel and Goldman Sachs and BlackRock and these giant hedge fund firms, it's not like they don't know about this stuff. Like, what, Delta variant? What? We can have a second shutdown? Like, they get paid to worry about this stuff, okay? That's where they there's committees that are dedicated to find if there's any, looming black swan events that could mess with their business, okay? So it's their job to think about these things. So it's not like you're going, they missed the Delta variant potential causing a second shutdown, and they got it, okay? They know about it. But what they also know is what happened historically on Mondays between particular times, okay? So based on the last 12 Mondays, price was lower 75% of the time when observed from 6:45 a.m., 10:30 a.m. All times that you guys see from me are all Pacific Standard, okay? They're all Pacific. I'm in LA, so it's all Pacific Standard. And then from 12 p.m., the closing hour, we're talking RTH, regular trading hours, okay? But based on the last 12 Mondays, price was higher 66.67% of the time between 12 p and 1 p. okay? And I actually broke down in the blog all the market analyzer data, okay, that I have here, which I generated with Price Action Harvester, the indicator, okay? So that was, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'll try to zoom in a little bit more. Okay, that's 25%. It was down 75%, up 25%. And I have some other data as well. Average up, average down, minimum up, minimum down. You have one SD stands for standard deviation, 2SD, 3SD. That's your total mean. But it was down 75% of the time. And if you scroll down all the way down to the bottom, right above the chart, I have the final breakdown of the statistics. It was up 66.67% of the time the last hour. So this data that I shared with you is not like a secret, okay, guys? There are tons and tons of hedge funds, believe me, that are using price action, historical price action to figure out if this is going to be a continuation of what they'd seen, or if this is going to be a breakout, trend reversal, counter trend, whatever. They're trying to figure that out by looking at it. So they kind of knew it was going to go down, they being the bigger players in the market, the bigger market participants, okay? They knew that this may happen. Of course, this level of steepness, that 2%, that nobody can know. But that could, of course, be part of the news cycle of like, let's push it down. I don't know if that's their goal, if it's just their goal to get, more advertising dollars, whatever their goal is. Okay, it doesn't matter. But that news, that narrative does scare people. But then, of course, at 12 to 1, they stepped in. What happened? Delta variant. Like in a matter of a few hours, it was like almost gone. By the time, that evening, we're almost back to the same normal levels between 1470, right? So, I mean, what happened? Did we forget in a few hours? What happened? So that didn't happen, right? So anyway, let's go back to the demo here. So that's the example that I want to share. Oh, by the way, I can share with you guys something else. Just thought of that right now. Actually, not right now. I have it open. I almost forgot about it. So let me share with you guys how Market Analyzer actually works. Okay, here we go. Market Analyzer. Okay, so this is MGC that I've loaded. And I can, for example, the way I do it is, and the way you guys can do it, is when you sign up for that, you basically get price actions, harvesters templates. You can see all these templates. There are different time frames for different days. Tuesday, 12:30 to 1:30. This is for people who want to trade ETH, electronic trader hours. So 9:30 to 10:30. Okay. And as I mentioned, I have it broken down in various time zones as well. So if I wanted to change this, for example, to something else, I can do like 9:35 to 9:35 to 1 p.m., 12 periods. It was 50-50 at that time. So there is nothing here. This would be, some people would call that a random walk. Okay. But it's most of the time, in fact, it is random. But some of the time, that's what you're looking for. That's what the big firms are looking for as well. Some of the time, it's relatively consistent, and that's what you can take advantage of. Okay. So anyway, let's go back to the actual slides. Okay. So now we just covered price action harvester. Okay. The indicator, it's based on data. It's historical data. What's the automated version? How is that same, different? Okay. So it is very different. Price Action Harvester Automated is a self-directed, fully automated trading system, not an indicator that uses an ATM strategy, okay? My goal with this script was to build a relatively conservative strategy that puts the objective of risk mitigation at the forefront. And one of the ways traders can mitigate risk is obviously trading systematically, so the emotions have been removed, okay? The other part of it is just diversifying. See, financial advisors tell people all the time, diversify, diversify, diversify. Okay, but most people don't get that. Okay, and especially you can apply that, however, to day trading. You can diversify your instruments. I mean, you have the right tool. You have NinjaTrader. You can use it. Diversify the instrument. So take advantage of that to mitigate risk potentially. As the name suggests, it's primarily based on price action. It incorporates price action along with various filters to avoid potential extremes. There are several unique elements to Price Action Harvester Automated that you're likely not going to find elsewhere. So let's take a look at the parameters. Okay, let me share with you some of the parameters. Just a second here. Okay, so let's go to, this is my NinjaTrader. I'm going to go to Strategy Analyzer. I'm going to load strategy analyzer. I'm going to load my strategy, which is we're on version 3 of Price Action Harvester Automated. And these are the parameters, okay? This is going to be pretty unique from what you guys probably have seen in other strategies in the way that I do it, okay? So just to start at the beginning, we have Tuesday. You get to choose the day that you want to trade, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You get 3 start and stop times, okay? I've divided that into 3 times. So you can start, let's say if you're trading Eastern, okay, 9:30 to 10:30. And you can say, I want to go long or short. You can do that 3 different ways, 3 different time frames, okay? You can choose what you want. And then we have move stop. I'm going to go quickly over this and show you guys some examples. We have move stop. What does that mean? Move stop is a little bit different also in that what it's doing is it's moving your stop, which is your risk per trade parameter here. And again, guys, if you have questions, I'm going to try to go through this as fast as I can. I promise to scroll back and look at the questions, okay? So risk per trade is your stop, okay? Risk per trade is your stop. Can everybody see this, by the way?
I do not see anything actively moving on your screen.
Do you see the strategy analyzer?
No, I see NinjaTrader is open, but I do not see anything active on it. It's a white screen.
Cool. Let me make sure and find out why. As you said, Zoom changed some stuff recently. Okay, let's try this. I apologize, guys. Can somebody see that?
I can see it now.
Awesome. My apologies, 1001 apologies. Okay, let me start from scratch. So I've loaded Price Action Harvester Automated, which is version 3. Let me do that. Okay, that's version 3. And thanks, guys, for notifying me, okay? So Monday, I've loaded Tuesday, Monday. You can choose any day you want. And you're going to do this one at a time, by the way. So if you wanted to check Monday, you're going to load Monday. You want to check Tuesday, you're going to load Tuesday. And I do provide templates that come with that, okay? For 23 instruments, actually. These are free. So that makes life a little bit easier for you guys. They're all editable templates. You still have the right to edit them, the ability to edit them, and you have to choose your own instrument and then enable it. So we have 3 start times that I've chosen here. You can have 1, 2, 3 start and stop times. You could choose if you want to go long or short for each one of those time frames. Okay. So next we have move stop. For move stop, that's a little bit different also. What I do is, so you have a risk per trade. That's your stop. Let's say it's 23. These are all just, hypothetical numbers. So it's 23 ticks. Okay. Let's say that if you are up by 75 ticks by the 90th bar, at least 75 ticks by the 90th bar. And if you are in a long position, then what it's going to do, the system will automatically move your stop from the current stop, which would be 23 ticks, to whatever the bid price is. In essence, it's going to take you out of that trade. If you were short, it's going to move it to whatever the ask price is. Okay. And why over like 90? That is something that you'd have to analyze. And I do provide you tools to do that, obviously. You would have to analyze and say, look, do I want to be in this trade longer than 90 minutes? Because this is trading the 1 minute chart. Okay. So after 90 minutes, you could have done your analysis and seen after 90 minutes, things don't go that well. So after 90 minutes, if I'm up by at least 75 ticks, I'm booking my profit and I'm going to get out. Okay. That's what that means. That's your profit target. This is the number of units that you can trade. And this is flat and everything. What that means is this is your exit time. So if you want to be out completely, you can design when you're out. So you can designate rather when you're out. So 12:59 would be, of course, Pacific Standard Time. That's 1 minute before RTH close, regular trading hours close, and you would run it. So, if I wanted to load, for example, an instrument, these again come for free. You get 5 instruments with Mach 8, 20, all instruments for Mach 9. So let's say I wanted to load GC. Okay, today's Thursday. I would load it and it's right there. Okay, all of these are editable. All right, well, let's go back to the screen and share the slides. Okay, so that we just covered. These are hypothetical results. Before I get to that, so I'm going to share with you some hypothetical results. Okay, guys, remember the CFTC rules 4.41 that I read in the disclaimer, this applies here. Okay, so we have copper futures on Monday. And these are going back to January. By the way, can everybody see my screen now? My hypothetical screen? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so these are the hypothetical. Okay, you have HG going from January 1st, 2019 until July 14, 2020. Now this, why is, I'm not trying to hide anything by not showing anything after July 14th. I have to get everything approved by compliance, which takes 2 weeks approximately for them to turn around. So I gave them this out at that time, and they approved this stuff at that time. So anyway, so the hypothetical results are here. You can now, this is something that I should point out. So the Sharpe ratio shows 0.58. Well, if you know how Sharpe ratios are calculated, and if you don't, you can just Google NinjaTrader statistics definitions. So NinjaTrader statistics definition, the first result that comes up is going to give you the NinjaTrader documentation as to how they calculate statistics. The Sharpe ratio, all the metrics that they show here is calculated there. We are missing 80% of the data that you need to calculate the Sharpe ratio. 80% of the data. Okay. Why? Because we only have Monday here. We don't have Tuesday through Friday, 5 trading days. Okay. Assuming we're not trading Sunday when it opens. Okay. So we have 5 trading days. Then you're missing 80% of your data. So what you'd have to do if you want to get the Sharpe ratio, Sortino ratio, by the way, Sharpe ratio uses profit per month, right? The Sortino ratio does as well, but they also uses max drawdown. So if you want to get those, you just plot it into your spreadsheet. Once you export this data from Strategy Analyzer into your spreadsheet, then you can write formulas and gather that information. Okay. So this is Monday. I'm going to go quickly here because the idea is for you guys to see what I'm showing. Again, somebody just wrote Mathayu. Thank you, Mathayu. So basically, Mathayu, this is just Monday. Let me get to Tuesday. Okay, so this is Tuesday. Tuesday. You have another 115 trades. Wednesday, 104 trades, and you see the results here. The numbers I look for, guys, personally: max drawdown, profit factor, total net profit. Okay, those are the 3 I look at. Sometimes I glance at max consecutive winners and max consecutive losers. Okay, but those 3 are the ones I care the most about: max drawdown, profit factor, total net. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, why did I show this to you guys? Look at the difference. Okay, do I want to trade copper every single trading day? I have to make that determination. You as a trader have to make that determination. Okay, let's move on. So silver, Mondays, silver Tuesdays, silver Wednesdays, silver Thursdays, silver Fridays, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, okay, Tuesday, Monday. Do I want to trade silver every day? As a trader, I have to make that determination. And this is, of course, the SPOOs. How could we miss the SPOOs? Okay, Monday, Tuesday. No, very good question, Alejandro. Thank you. I've included slippage. You guys can see that here, right? And all of these I've included slippage. It does not include commissions. Why have I not included commissions? Because everybody uses different commission, different brokers, different fees. So please include that when you're running the Strategy Analyzer. And if you haven't, just what the ballpark numbers are for your commission, your round trip. Just calculate that, multiply that by the number of trades. Okay. So we have Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Do I want to trade the SPOOs every day? I have to make that determination. I don't know. You as a trader have to make that determination. Okay. So let's go back. Whoa, where did my screen go? Okay, here we are. Jeez Louise. All right. No. All right. Okay, so that was the futures, okay, for all 3 hypotheticals. Okay, now about the offer that I've mentioned to you guys, okay, why no short trades on us? There will be trades, short trades, depending on, in fact, depends, guys. It all depends on the system. So that's what I've demonstrated here using the parameters that I've chosen to use. It's up to you. Matthias, if you want to go long or short, is up to you. How do you make that determination? Couple of ways. You run back tests, right? You include slippage and commission. You run back tests. You pick particular days, particular times, and see how it does. Of course, you can use Price Action Harvester, the indicator, and say, okay, I'm going to use the indicator, plot in to see, let me see how Mondays did. Oh, between this time and this time. How did it do between this time and this time? I want to be granular. I want to do 15-minute increments. I want to do 30-minute increments. It's all up to you. Okay. So what do you get? Mock 8 templates for 5 instruments, Price Action Harvester, indicator, Mock 5, 1-year license, $890. Original value is $890 plus $590, which equals $1,480. That would be the total price. What I'm offering in essence is both Price Action Harvester automated as well as Price Action Harvester, the indicator. The automated is $890, the indicator is $590. That's for a 1-year license for a total of $890. You're getting both, okay? The other option is Mach 9, which you get templates for all 23 instruments that I briefly demoed there. And you get, which is free. And then you also get the Price Action Harvester indicator lifetime license for both, a total value of $79.45 for $49.95. This offer is going to be good through tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay. To anybody who's watching this after that time frame, you know, I'm honoring the people who are here for the webinar. They took out time from their day. So this is how I'm reciprocating. The prices are still very good. I believe these tools are going to be used for the rest of any trader's career. Okay. And of course, you get unlimited updates and support for all active subscribers directly from me, Raffi at PinnacleQuant.com. And guys, this is where you go sign up, PinnacleQuant.com, automated trading Price Action Harvester. If you just go to PinnacleQuant.com and click on Price Action Harvester Automated, you'll get this page. When you sign up through the process, it's going to say, you know, if this is just for Price Action Harvester Automated, but just email me, Raffi at PinnacleQuant.com, and in the subject, put webinar offer, and you will get Price Action Harvester indicated for free. Okay? Questions? I will. Thank you, Ray. I'll do it. I'll do it, Ray. I'll do it. Let me just see if there are any questions that I haven't answered. Commissions are not included per day, 500 days. Okay, great. So let me just ask, guys, before I scroll, this is going to be a while. I don't want to like let there be a lull, and I know we're running pretty close. Okay, we have a few minutes. Any questions, guys, that you want to type in right now? No? Okay. No, there is no trial offer. But what I can do, yeah, you can run it for forever. I can't do it live, guys. It has to be approved. For optimization, futures traders asking, you can optimize it yourself. I do provide you with templates where I've spent a lot of time looking at historical price action, a lot of time. You get that for free. You get up to 5 instruments for Mach 8. For Mach 9, you get 23 instruments, everything I've got in essence, and run back tests on those. At the very least, that'll be your guide, futures trader. And then you can see if you can optimize it. Look, there's some people, you know, the risk, it all has to do with risk tolerance. Okay. Some people might look at what I have there for the risk per trade and go, that's too much for me. Others might look at that and go, that's not enough for me. So you really have to sort of customize this to whatever your comfort level is. Okay. So I don't know if compliance is going to allow that. I can see. But I mean, I can try. No, I don't think I can. So guys, I don't think I can share what it did today per se. But Those in backtest results, not forward test. Correct. Charles, that is correct. So what you just asked is correct. NinjaTrader backtested results, they're not forward tested, and they're certainly not actual results. That is correct. Anybody else? If not, thank you, Charles. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share the link. So if you just go to my website and click on Price Action Harvester Automated, you're going to get that sign up page. Once you get it, once you sign up, just send me an email and in the subject heading, put webinar offer, and you'll get access to Price Action Harvester, the indicator, for free as well. And if you do the unlimited license, guys, you're going to pay once, you're done. Okay. If you can afford it, if my grandfather, God rest his soul, if he was alive, if he was asking me this question, I would say, Grandpa, I love you. If you can afford it, do the Mach 9. If you can't, then do the Mach 8. Okay. That's what I would say, because it's going to be tools that you guys are going to be using the rest of your lives, in my view. Well, Tiffany, I don't think, is there a live room? No, I don't have a live room, Future Trader. But you can ask me, email me at Raffi@Pinnacle Quant. Let me include that in there as well. Raffi@PinnacleQuant.com if you have any questions. I do also take live Zoom meetings with clients and prospective clients between 2 to 5 every day, every workday, Monday through Friday. So to arrange for that, you just go to the website and fill out the form, the contact form, and request that you want a Zoom meeting with me. And I'll be happy to meet with you live, one-on-one. Just as long as you do it between 2 and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard. All right, guys, that is all I have. Tiffany?
Awesome. Well, I'd like to give a special thank you to Raffi of Pinnacle Quant for a great presentation. NinjaTrader ecosystem is pleased to sponsor these weekly vendor events as a value-added service for our clients. So if you find value in these events, we hope you will attend them on a regular basis. We would like to remind you the information provided in this was of Pinnacle Quant and not of NinjaTrader. All information was for educational purposes and should not be construed as trading advice. Again, we appreciate the time you spend with us and enjoy the rest of your day. And we hope to see you in future webinars. Happy trading from all of us in the NinjaTrader ecosystem. And again, thank you so much, Raffi.
Thank you, Tiffany, and thank you, NinjaTrader. God bless everyone.